Yo, what you saying guys, it's Batterin, and today we're going to react to True Mystery House Horror Story animated from 1C Entertainment. And it's been a while since I've seen any of these animated horror stories from 1C Entertainment, and we're going to give this a watch, and you're going to enjoy my reaction as I watch this video, and it's going to be fun. Enjoy.
Before starting the story, I would like to tell you guys about a channel. The name of the channel is IMR Scary Tales. This channel previously used to make scary animation videos in the Hindi language, from India. Now they are publishing them in English on their new channel, IMR Scary Tales. The channel has really exciting horror content to share with you. Do show them some love. Check out the channel and do subscribe to it as well. Link of the channel is in the description below.
You know what? I will. And I'll probably watch some videos and upload them too. Because I am half Indian in case you never knew, so...
This happened when I was a kid. I was in the 5th grade and my friend, let's call him Ethan, invited me over to his place. He lived right by the ocean, and if you walked through the forest for half a mile, you'd reach a nice beach with a diving board. When I got to his house, we hung out, played video games, and talked. You know, typical kid stuff. Then we decided to go to the beach. It wasn't too far away and we knew we could get back in time for dinner, so we set off. To make the trip more adventurous, we decided to bushwhack our own path. After walking a couple of minutes, we hit a tall fence.
You see, no offense here, but only like white people would do this kind of thing. Just saying.
Crap, Ethan exclaimed. Well, I guess we'll have to go back. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted something. The fence went about 8 meters long and then stopped. My jaw dropped. There was a house. It was an old cabin with boarded up windows. The planks were falling off and you could see the old insulation underneath. It was gray in color and had flecks of blue paint. The fence led up to the side of the house, stopped, and then continued on the other side. What scared me the most was that there was no road. I mean, not even a clearing to get to the road. You'd have to walk 20 minutes. Kevin, come on, Ethan yelled from behind me. Look at this, I shouted back. Ethan walked up to me and his jaw dropped. There was no door, just a frame, and peering through the frame we could see that there was a back door, also with no frame. All we had to do was walk through the house, then we could get to the beach. I looked at Ethan. Should we do it? I asked him. He shrugged. I don't see why not, he responded. Inside the house was dark, despite the sunlight pouring in through the door. We advanced slowly through the house, and Ethan pointed to the door. As we reached the door, I peered up the stairs. I grabbed Ethan and shoved him out the door. What was it? He said, as soon as we got away. My whole body shook. I must be going mad, I thought to myself. Eventually, I explained it to him. As we reached the door, I wanted to take one last look at the house. I glanced up the stairs and I saw the shadowy outline of a person. All I could see were eyes staring back at me and a crooked grin. Ethan and I took another route back home, and we told Ethan's mom. She laughed at us and said she'd been that way many times and there was no house. And we were angry because she didn't believe us, so we got out our cameras and went back the next day. When we got there was no house. It was just gone. No clearing, nothing. To this day, Ethan and I still wonder what it was. Was that man just a homeless person, or maybe he was something much, much worse? I suggested to Ethan a theory that scares me to this day. I had been reading about Russian folklore, and a page caught my attention. It was a story about a witch named Baba Yaga who had a moving house. She would eat naughty children, and parents used to use it to scare children. Was this a witch? I guess we'll never know for sure.
Alright, so there was a lot going on in that horror story. This one was quite long compared to the other animated horror stories in that channel. And I'm going to check out the other one that he mentioned in the start of the video. the Hindi one that they actually translated in English, and I might make videos reacting to it as well. But with this one, to start off with, they live in a very nice location next to the ocean, which is like near a beach, and they should be lucky they live there. And like, if they want to go to the beach, I don't get why he chose to go through the bushes and make their own path. Like, the guy's name sounded like a white guy's name, and it looked like a white guy as well, Ethan. So I was thinking, since he's a white guy, only like white, their mentality is different. Like, they usually do things like this, like more daring things compared to like black people or Asians. Like, that's how white people are. No offense. I mean, every culture is different. Like, they all behave differently. Like, black people, overall, they tend to be more scared compared of things like scary animals like snakes and stuff, compared to like white people. Like, look at Kevin Hart, for example. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so why did they choose this path? Why did they follow their own path through the bushes when they could have just went through the other way, or the safer way? I guess they just wanted to make their journey more exciting, and their adventure more exciting. And yeah, this one's strange because it's hard to believe, because it's a house that's actually disappeared, a house that's moved from that location. And well, fair enough, they had to go through the house. That wasn't something they chose to do. They had no choice. They had to go through, because that was the only way to get to the beach. And yeah, it just looks very haunted. Like, the whole thing was broken, the planks were coming out. But it's hard to believe that, though, that story about when he researched about it, and about the Baba Yaga, the witch that eats naughty children. Baba Yaga means boogeyman. I know that from the John Wick movie, as they call John Wick Baba Yaga. So yeah, it's a weird one, actually. This one, strange. It was quite long, and this is gonna spook them now. Like, now the fact that they went back and told the mum about it, and then they went back to the same location the house was in, and it was missing. The fact that they now know it's missing, that would just spook them even more. Like, they would keep thinking about it and just researching about it throughout, maybe like throughout the rest of their life. It would just always be on their mind. But it's just so typical. Like, it's just like a typical horror movie, like going back to someone else who's been in that same location, and the adults don't usually see these things, but it's always the children that do. Isn't that just so typical? But this is a true story, though. That's the thing. Like, as movie-like as it sounds, it's still, all of these videos are true stories based on true stories. So sometimes these stories can be hard to believe. That's why I really need like a proper like documentary showing like evidence and like their experience, like them talking about it and all that. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, be sure to check out my upcoming videos of more animated horrors, and also Albanian music, like I mentioned. And yeah. Oh, another thing I wanted to say about this animation at the start when they were playing video games, it's funny when they were just like shaking their shoulders, and like, who does that? Who plays video games like this? But yeah, it's just bad animation. But yeah. Anyways, I found that funny anyways. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.